just gave up another home run, and you guys are back hanging with the Flash crew. What is up, everybody? Hey, it's been too long, but we're finally back here at the Stream.TV studios with you and the cast of the Flash after show. So let's say hello over here, Jack Hind.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's been way too long. I've missed you all. This chair has never been more comfortable. It's still got my bum creases in it. I'm feeling it.
Haha, his bum creases.
Hey, Lauren.
Hi guys, what's going on? I missed you too, like loads and loads. I've missed you guys.
Oh, yes.
This is like my favorite Tuesday situation.
We're hugging you as well. This is coming out there.
Keeping the arm open to envelop you. Yeah.
Envelope or envelope?
Both.
Okay.
That's him being British. And Devon, you guys know Devon.
Well, of course, but you guys, give me the close-up on the hat, because the new hat's coming out for season 2. What's good? I know you see right on the front we got Flash and Captain Cole right up here with the VS. Yeah, I mean, if you want to look as bad of a bitch as me right now, I'm just saying. Oh, and they got Sinestro and Green Lantern on the back. It's all about diversity.
So Devon is bringing the heat this year.
Bringing the heat.
Guys, thank you for being here. If you're new to the show, hey, what's up? Every week after the Flash on CW goes down, we're going to be right here on the Stream.TV live talking about the show. And if you guys have been with us before, what's up? Happy to be here. Now, you know that you could send us your tweets and your YouTube comments, and we're going to feature you right here on this show. Even, send us your videos, photos. We're going to get everything going, fan art, and keep it going. But at the heart of this show, it's all about talking about what we just saw on that show. So, it's season 2, episode 1, and I'm thinking we got a new Flash on our hands. What do you guys think overall about the way this show kicked off?
Well, everybody looks at me, of course. All right. I'm satisfied with having my flashback. I was finally able to crawl out of that dark, creepy cellar that I'd been laying in by myself, just having with me and my thoughts, my Flash thoughts. And I enjoyed it. Did it make me wet my panties? Not as much as I thought it would, but I enjoyed it because it's the Flash regardless. So, yeah.
Well, I did enjoy the fact that, we didn't waste time and we got right to the structure of the show. We got introduced to a new villain played by Edge, Adam Copeland from the WWE.
But
When he used to have his long hair, dude.
I wish they threw Christian in there somewhere.
They just came through as a tag team.
Right. I know we're like, hey, what's up, brother?
They just tag team the Flash.
Adam was playing the Atom
could be there singing
Smasher,
the anthem.
and we learned that his superpowers is taken from ingesting radiation and growing to be big. How come this villain, before he died, it did prove to be a little bit of a little problem for Flash? Why was this one a little bit of a struggle?
I related him a little bit to Grant, only in his size sense, because he's a big guy, and that was obviously, Flash isn't so much as strong, he relies more on his speed. So I feel like that was where he became a bit of an issue. However, I agree with you. The Flash is still very fast, the Atom Smasher is just a big guy.
We were having a
How does he
conversation
keep
about
getting
this
caught so
like
easily?
behind the scenes as we were watching it together, and we're like, how is it possible that he can keep catching up with him? And we were watching them move when they were tracking them with that tracking device. He was right there with him the whole time. He got there 2 seconds later.
Devon was mad.
I was mad as hell. Y'all know, because I ask the same question every time he fights somebody who's not as fast as him, except for Reverse Flash. But I will say that was a very...
It was bait, though, wasn't it? He had to run slow.
Yes, he said, I'd let you
Obviously,
catch
the Atom
me.
Smasher can run quick because he's strong, kind of like the Hulk can jump really far and run really fast. So he was baiting him to the radiation stage. So the Flash was obviously... He was in, like, gear 2, maybe. Flash was, like, giving it a nice slow jog, whereas Atom Smasher was like... trying to run his ass off. So I feel like that was where that speed comparison...
What was he doing? So early in the episode, we also find out, we see the flashbacks to what actually happened during that separation event Horizon, whatever it's called. I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson, as much as I wish we were, but you guys get it. He's that scientist guy. Anyway.
I do.
Yeah, thank you. So we see that Ronnie perished during this time and, left Caitlin once again. His friends, he can't seem to hold on to his friends. So that's kind of forcing Barry to want to push his friends away. Should he trust his instinct and just push his friends away and work alone?
No, clearly his friends want to be involved. I think that, he can't save everyone all the time. And when another, not only just regular person, but metahuman wants to go out and put himself in harm's way, that's not something that Barry can control, So I think that there's, it's inevitable. You're fighting crazy supervillains. There's going to be some casualties.
He was very mundane. He was very, flatline, Barry, this episode. And it kind of made me feel bad, because they've started Barry being very almost resentful of everything that's happened. Like, oh, he lost Ronnie. Oh, I should have saved Ronnie. Oh, Eddie died. I should have saved Eddie. It's like, Can't save everyone, dude. You still saved a million others, the whole city. Have a bit of a smile. Have some kind of contentness with yourself, dude. You've done a lot to save this whole central city. Yeah, you've unfortunately lost 2 friends, but they died doing what they wanted to do. So you need to respect that. You need to be like, go Ronnie, go Eddie for dying for what you wanted to do. Now, as Martin Stein said, what was the Hebrew word? Kadima. Forward. Now nice Barry needs to move forward. So I like that.
We see him, accepting the key to the city, which is a little star, which is a little foreshadowing for, the praise that he'll receive moving forward as the Flash.
AKA the museum, which what he's trying to say.
Yes. That was legit. That was legit for sure. So because Rothstein was named Edge, I don't know if they made him Jewish too. I like to know that.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's what I But Stein was actually survived. So was there any specific reason why Ronnie didn't make it, but Stein stuck around, or?
Don't mean this in the worst way possible, but I think Stein was almost a little bit more intelligent than Ronnie. Ronnie was obviously the engineer. We've already got Cisco and Caitlin, who are a bit of the engineers, scientists. Now Martin Stein's like the professor. He's almost the new Wells in a certain sense.
Barry.
You know what I mean? No. Stein.
Right.
In his intelligence levels, he knows everything.
And he's filling the void of the show.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
True. So script,
he's almost the new grandpa role.
Writer-wise, I think that definitely that's probably what the writers were thinking for the show. But I think that ultimately, if you put this in a real-world situation, if there really were metahumans and supervillains, I think it's just kind of the luck of the draw. I mean, you go into a giant black hole, one person comes out. It's kind of like.
The fact that anything came out.
The fact that anything came, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So we
that's
just
a
need to
good
be
point.
grateful
And
for that.
we've seen from the previews that we're actually going to have a new Firestorm, or a new one half of Firestorm coming up real soon, played by Devon.
We get him excited about that all the time. We're like, Devon, we got a role for you. And then he's like, and then we just call it
Then
off.
I don't get any phone calls. Then I go back into my dark cellar until.
So if Dr. Stein is replacing Harrison Wells on the show as a professor, there's actually another professor filling in. Because when Adam Thrasher dies, he reveals to Barry, he's like, yo, someone wants me to kill you. And he's like, who? And he's like, Zoom. So who is Zoom?
That was it, right?
Now, this is where it gets confusing. Because Zoom is actually Wally West, the third Flash, his arch rival, okay? And he became Zoom, who technically didn't really use the Speed Force. He had an accident with the treadmill, the cosmic treadmill in the museum, and it jumped him a step ahead in time. So he doesn't really use the Speed Force, but he's already one step ahead. Yeah. So he can do his little thing and whatnot. And he was the one that I thought was Wells in the beginning because he was paralyzed in a chair from an accident with Gorilla Grodd in Iron Heights, but then it turned out to be something different. But it's hard to say because they're bringing in Wally West, and now they have Wally West arch nemesis, but then they brought in Jay Garrick, who had nothing to do with Zoom and whatnot. I mean, he comes in, because
maybe he's avenging Eobard.
And we're going to get to a little bit more of Jay Garrick and where he comes from, but there's definitely this play of worlds colliding.
Well, 100% getting
that's one of the things we've always talked about that we really like about the CW is that they don't just stick directly to the comic. They, take the general gist and then kind of use their own artistic freedom. So it's fun.
Technically, I never said I liked that,
right, that's
but I have accepted and tolerated it to the best of my ability.
Okay, technically you are right.
Well, guys, if you tolerate what you've seen or enjoy it to the fullest, let us know by using the comment section right now on YouTube Live. When you watch, or on Twitter using the hashtag #TheFlashAS, and we're going to talk to you and get to your comments at the end of the show. Specifically, like you, right now, if you tweet us, we're going to put it on the show. So while the transaction of Star Labs going over to Barry, we find out that there's this video that Harrison Wells recorded a video of himself confessing the murder.
I wouldn't have guessed this.
Yes.
This was actually my favorite part of the episode because was not expecting that to be what he revealed, for him to tell him that. Now, they're definitely talking about foreshadowing. There's for sure some foreshadowing because he was like, Barry, I know you and you don't want this, but here it is. Like, you think you want this.
What, you don't want the Star Labs, or you don't want your dad to be free?
Your dad to be free.
Oh, well, why do you say?
Well,
I don't know. That's just what it sounded like to me. It sounded like maybe we've played so much with ripples in time. Like, who knows what that changes or what that doesn't change. It just sounded foreboding to me the way that he said it.
I was hoping he was going to leave him the ring. I was like, now he gets the costume and the ring.
So good.
I'd be like, what?
He's like, yo, if you go look at my left drawer just under there.
Just be like,
Is there some, Wells, he's that goddamn Wells. Is there maybe an ulterior motive?
Even
There's
from
always
Beyond
an
the
ulterior
Grave,
motive.
Wells
Beyond the
is
Grave.
still
Yes.
ripping Barry up.
Well, before we move on, while we're talking about like worlds colliding, I think this is what happened with the character that Edge was playing, Adam Smasher. How there was two of them, because in an alternate universe, there's like an.
I know in
opposite
some of
version.
them, yeah, there's the opposite version of you. So like one time when Barry went back to the alternate universe, there was the evil version. That's when he saw like he's yellow and red. I'm red and yellow. Like so that might have just
Zoom
been a
is
bad
from
version.
that world too, most likely.
Yeah.
So this world, Adam Smasher's a good regular guy.
Yeah, he was
Other
dead.
world, Adam Smasher came over, popped him so he could replace him.
Yeah.
Got all big and became a supervillain on behalf of Zoom.
Just to throw this out there, I know they kind of disposed of Al Rothstein kind of quick, but technically he's the grandson of the old Adam, Al Pratt, I think it is. And he was actually
Like a
part.
family tree that just like
Well,
branches
the thing
out.
is,
Dude, that's a big tree.
The thing
Like
is that
the
they're
biggest
bringing
of
in Jay
trees.
Garrick, who's part of the JSA, the Justice Society of America.
it the One
Adam
of the
Smasher
Worlds
was
enough
part
too?
of that group and part of the Justice League.
Well,
so it's kind of like a lot
There
of
might be
correlations
some
going
viewers
on.
watching right now that have never read a comic book, never went to Wikipedia, never went to the DC database, never seen an episode of the Justice League, never seen an episode of Batman, Superman. Guys, go do all that. So who is Jay Garrick and what's his role in this
Now,
universe?
Jay Garrick, thank you, Dylan. I was waiting for that. Jay Garrick is the first Flash, okay? The first one who originally got his abilities, and he had skates. We're not gonna figure out them damn skates, okay? He had skates,
Cool.
but he fell asleep and absorbed the chemicals of hard water, I think it was, and so that's how he originally got his speed. But then they had to bring the Speed Force in, and he got the inspiration for the lightning bolt from your boy Shazam, aka Captain Marvel. So we might get a little
bit
Billy
of
up in here, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
because
Some Billy
Jay
Batson.
Garrick has the full kit, doesn't he? He has
And then
the
Barry
full
gets the
stripe
lightning bolt
across
because
it.
he's like, thank you, Jay. I'm
Just
gonna put the
fill
ball
it
on
in,
me.
Jay Garrick is from the same dimension, but earlier, like in the
They're
40s.
like the
earlier,
40s
he's from
and
the
50s.
golden age.
So
Yes,
how
the
did he
golden age.
appear now?
That's
That's
what I'm
where the
curious.
multiverse.
And don't forget, in the season finale last year, we saw his helmet tumble
Yeah.
through.
And that's where I'm
his
curious.
helmet.
That's the
That's
multiverses.
true.
So when the multiverse comes into
Yeah.
play, they used it so that the younger legion of the Justice League could come in. I believe the originals were actually called the Wonders of the World, correct? And that was when Jay Garrick actually had his accident and met Hawkgirl right away. And it was, I can't for the life of me remember the name. There was a really cool quote I read today that was from like one of the original comics, and I'll find it and I'll tweet it out to you guys later. But that is where Jay Garrick comes from, which is like the 30 to 40 year difference. Even though, like you said, they're the same, it's just time that makes their difference.
But he also did say that your world is in trouble. So like we say, a lot of times, the producers and writers in the show will take some of what's known from the comic book lore and just twist it around
Mingle
a
it a
little.
little bit.
So maybe Jay Garrick will have existed. Like in what we see in The Flash, Barry's the first Flash. So
Right.
there's an alternative universe.
Yes.
Where
I wonder if
Jay
we'll
Garrick
get
comes
his
from.
Reverse Flash, aka the rival, who was Jay Garrick's Reverse Flash. That, I mean, I don't know. That'd be
You
just
think he'll
cool.
come
I know
to see.
Barry Allen said
Yeah.
Grant in real life said there's going to be like multiple Flashes this year, so we're definitely going to see more than one. And
We
know
might
Wally
get Max
West is coming.
Mercury, and they talking about getting the girl. What's the girl name? What's the girl name? She got the
Well,
mask?
you could think about it.
Tweet it to me. Hashtag the Flash AS, not Flash AS. Remember, I just tweeted that. Some of y'all keep doing that, and then we don't get to see what you say. The Flash AS.
And
That
then we
right
don't
there,
get to see
this.
what you
And
Right
we are
here.
going to get to those questions super soon using our super speed. But before we go to a break and do that, Barry's dad does get out of jail, but he bounces?
What?
Like, what?
Yeah,
What?
that's- yeah.
He gonna hit us with a
Shit.
Fresh Prince like that?
Should he be leaving him? Is this to Barry's advantage? Why is he doing this?
We actually got a cool question about that we're going to go to afterwards. So, I mean, that was actually from Wayne, Blake, Wayne AS27. Do you think there's more to Henry leaving than meets the eye? I agree. I think there's got,
You know
either
what?
it's that like a get out real quick because he got a new contract on a new show, or it was because they're going to bring him back later for something
Right.
that's going to happen. Devon's
But
got
like
one
not even a
last thing
day
say.
to like hang out for like a week?
Right?
A day?
Right? Straight out
Bounce
Iron
right away.
Heights.
But
straight
I
to
understand.
Spot.
I understand. His dad feels like he has to get out of the way of his son, so his son
You gotta
can
let me throw
do-
this out my mouth. You gotta let me throw. I'm gonna vomit this out.
Go
But
for it.
random idea. Okay, what if Henry Allen, in some way, shape, or form, was working with Harrison Wells on something that he shouldn't? That's why he said, "You want this, but you don't want this," because he's locked up for a reason. They say it's for the murder of the mom, but it
I'm
could
telling
be
you, there's
something
foreshadowing
a little
here.
bit more
It's very
sinister than
ominous.
that. Not to say that I want
very
that,
ominous.
but I just don't appreciate
ominous.
Dad getting out of jail after 23
And then
episodes of
leaving.
hell, okay, that Barry had to go through to get him out, and then suddenly being like, "Yeah, this is cool, son, yeah. I'm gonna get the fuck out, okay? So just enjoy enjoy the cake. I got some shit to do.
Guys, what do you think? Why is the dad leaving? Should he leave? Should he stay? Is it to Barry's advantage, disadvantage? Let us know in the comments below. And we're going to get to some of your tweets and live comments right now in just a second. So, not really right now, just in a few seconds.
In a second.
After this break.
Yeah.
Bye. Don't go anywhere.
Dad better stay and cut that damn cake.
Right?
I'll tell you what.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it. That was
freaking
how
love
did my God.
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
Kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
Shade. Shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in.
Rubbed me the wrong way in the right way.
but you were like, well, we want to know what's gonna happen.
That was cute.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
You guys for hanging out with us right here at the Flash After Show. If you're new to this show and you're meeting us for the first time, hey, what's up? Happy to meet you, and we're going to hang out with you all season long. If you guys have been hanging out with us last season and you're back, thank you. What's up? Let's get to your Twitter questions right now. At CMast18. Kick his ass, Seabass. Now, did the season 2 premiere of The Flash meet or surpass your expectations? Hashtag The Flash AS.
I mean, I thought they were going to bring it. You know, let's be real. It's second season, first episode. I thought they were going to try to, put a lot out there for us. I was happy that we got to see some new villains. I liked that they didn't give us too much background, that they didn't, review everything that we had already learned a billion times. I know that you got to do that for any new fans that are coming on board, but a first episode can be a little bit boring if they do too much of the recap. So I did like that.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job of sticking to what their structure of their show is, that, they introduce a villain, Barry kicks some ass, and then kind of set up the season that we got this new team, Barry's got his new emblem, and what I was a little surprised, the preview for next season, for next week, was only next week, and it wasn't coming up this season.
There was no button on the end of this first episode.
Or that either. So there's a lot to think about. Devon, what do you think about this episode?
I mean, like I said, my panties are still a little moist, but they're not soaked like I thought they was gonna be.
Moist. Really?
But
That's the word you just used on live air?
it's
Moist?
terrible.
moist.
Moist?
Moist is it? I didn't know that was a bad word.
Just can't do
I mean,
that.
Okay,
the whole
children,
phrase.
PG-13, moist.
No, it's not that
Okay,
it's
be
PG,
careful.
it's just the word moist.
But I will
Right,
say
right.
that I wish one thing would have happened. I wish they would have never told me that they were bringing in Zoom. Because if I would have heard Adam Smasher say Zoom while he was dying, soaking wet. Soaking wet, I'd have changed draws
before?
Right,
worn.
'cause you read
It'd have
the
been
news.
serious.
Right, because you read the news.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a trailer, like when you watch a trailer for a movie and then it does the one
Yeah.
thing that like
Like-
in The Walk, the
Or
new trailer for The
Terminator
Walk.
Salvation.
Did you
They
see
shouldn't have
Walk?
told us
I
he
haven't
was a
seen
robot.
Walk yet, but in
Walk
the
looks
trailer
good.
he puts his foot through a nail, and I was like, well, sod it. That's the whole film
I mean,
done.
legitimately
really, isn't it?
nowadays, if you watch a trailer for a movie, you've watched
You
the whole
watch 10
movie.
seconds,
They
is it?
really
For
give
me
you
personally, I'm going out of my
everything.
way not to read any articles about Batman versus Superman because I don't want to know. I want to be surprised when I watch.
Yeah,
I want to
I'm
be.
the same.
I wish they would have just said that Candyman, the guy, actor's name, Candyman, was doing the voice for a mysterious villain, and then they would
Tony
reveal
Todd.
that it was Zoom. Yeah,
Yeah.
that it was Zoom on episode 1. I'd be pooping on myself. I don't
Let's
want
get to
to
the next
use that
question.
word.
Real
At
quick,
movie-
Keyshawn Robinson, happy birthday. Just going to throw that one out
Happy
there because
birthday,
this is
Keyshawn.
flying through, so I'm going to lose you.
At
Happy birthday,
Movie Lover
Keyshawn.
95, at all of us. Do you think Ronnie is really gone?
Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think he might make an appearance in a flashback, maybe. But as far as reality goes, I think
Yeah.
he's gone.
Or maybe he
man.
was shooting Max at the
I
time.
think he's gone. He's shooting a dog movie.
No,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Maybe
Lawrence
he was
Friend.
shooting
No.
Movie at the time.
Everybody just tweet Lolo
I mean,
real
do you
quick.
want to know or do you want to be surprised?
what's
we
he
just
working
had
on?
this conversation.
Okay,
Surprise.
what about live tweets right now on YouTube? Read them out. Shout them out.
While
Wait,
he's- oh, okay,
what
go
am I
ahead.
doing? Sorry, there's so many. You guys, I love you to pieces.
I have one shout
but
out. I have one shout out.
Go right ahead.
Jeff Brum, J.R. Brum.
You're welcome.
Devon
You're
told
welcome.
me, he texted me the sweet tweet that you posted. Appreciate you.
Jack, what about the Flash and Arrow fans that are helping us out this week?
All of our fans over on Twitter right now, I gotta give you all some love because you guys, the Flash fans, Essential Flash, guys, go follow them. Their Twitter feed's incredible. My other favorite one is gonna be out from the OG, my neighbor, flashfans.org. She's been sick this week, but she's still been keeping up on all of her tweets, so go to
And what about the one on Instagram?
And my one on Instagram, I've got so many. You guys are just
Well, guys,
showing
yeah,
me so
keep hitting
much
us up
love.
on Insta. Send us your fan art, your predictions, your self-made fan videos, and if they're really good, we're going to upload them right here to the screen for everybody at home to watch. But we got to get out of here. Who's looking forward to next week? Flash. Get excited at home.
I am.
Jack,
top.
Lauren,
In the middle.
Devon, I'm Dylan. You guys, number one Flash fan in the world, and we'll see you next week right here on the Flash After Show at thestream.tv. Peace out.
Bye,
At
guys.
Bodie on the corner and KF Wally Travis and LJ
There's
Woods
so
92.
many.
You want more from the Flash After Show? Hit that button and subscribe to the stream.tv.